Hello and greetings to my dear friends. Let's have a back test of the non-stop robot in its first version in the round robin period. Let's see what it does. In the Tuesday period on this spirit, and this volume of trades, this is our balance. Let's see what it does. And can move its trades forward in the right direction. I came from Azan and reduced the robot's risk a lot, and it is trading for you with a single Saddam. Let's see in what kind of trades can it take for us this day? And how will it be managed? And if you sit behind the system as a user, how will you close that day's trades? Let me give you some tips on how to deal with the non-stop robot. If you are currently using only robots or robot TB, or if you want to promote robots in the future, put yourself in that position. For example, I'm saying this is the period when, for example, our past was Saudi Arabia. Come and feel what would have happened to you if you had only TB that day. You can just look at the trades of the day. If you had a point of view, how much profit could you make from this market? Put all this on your chart, take X and see what you can do at that time. A trader is always worried about what will happen in the future and when he will face this issue. It's new to him and he gets stressed there, and that's natural. If you see the bottom of the market, you'll have that stress when you want to be in that position. And now you're seeing it, it's much easier to get out of it. I'll give you an example. For example, right now, the market has come to you. It seems like you have opened a trade, buy trade. Well, the price has fallen. First, it has fallen. So what was this doing here? In my opinion, it was a sell here. Maybe I didn't say sell, for example. You were waiting, for example. Would you wait until the end of the market and just sell or not? Now you would have activated your buy. And if buy was activated here, the price was going down. What would you have done? Hey, you would have changed the robot settings, these buys. Sit down, sit down. Whether you are the one who has made taqiyya for your robot or you are the one who has not made taqiyya for your robot, you didn't do it, dear ones. So let's move on and see what this trade does. $50 in balance has been charged in this same trade that opened at around 2 or 3 o'clock. It's close to $6 with a tick. Dear ones, you've now gone out of this range with the spike, which means you've gained nearly 61 pips before the spike was created. So that you understand that now the trade is going to spark. He took the trade for you and the bottom of this tricandela is moving up and he whistled $6 for you. That's a lot. $6 is a lot, my dear. So let's see where it closes the trade itself. If you remember, to exit the robot there, let's see where it closes the trade itself. The resident by system had a rebound to the upside. Let's see this trade. Let's see this balance that you have now. You see, for example, the numbers don't change much, and sometimes it goes into the blue. For example, our master opened a trade, and we have about $6 to $7 in profit here. Don't lose the trade, because it hasn't yet given him a price view that this could be a reversal strategy. That's why the robot doesn't exit the trade. It should take this trend into account. Then consider a series of filters that we provided with. The best exit, the best one, is now understood. The market seems to be going back. Nothing happened here. The price simply went up and formed a pattern. That's why the trade is closed when it reaches its previous price. It tries to close the trade at its own price. Now the filters are changing every day, and there are better ones. Dear traders, take a look at this trade that opened here and has sold for you again. The nature of the market is such that we set a filter that if it doesn't see any signals, it should take the direction of the trade. It shouldn't wait anymore, which is why it took the trade. The price has now returned, and in this situation, it doesn't have a specific balance, which is why the price has moved from that $6 mark. Now let's see where this trade reaches for you. Let's see where this trade reaches for you. It closed for you, the trade went up, and naturally, the trade went down. Another $4 came in a loss. The trade hasn't been closed yet. Let's do another price move back up there. You can see some traders exiting there from their signal, but I prefer to use a robot on time. Many places will give you very big profits. If you do this, we have a TB. Majada went into profit. Your dam went into profit 3 times. It also gave you good profits, about $3 to $4. It took a good trend. It was able to compensate for the loss that you suffered in the past. It gave you time to get out of the country again. See how much time it gives you. These are all 1-minute candles that you sat on the chart for a day. And during this period of time, $5 came in, making up for your losses. So look at your account. Your positions are showing you here. Look, it's full. This robot has moved in. It gave you a profit of about $50 in its first place. You could have exited with a profit. These positions are closed. With that, you're done. My dears, this robot didn't make the first profit. It didn't make the $6. And again, this Arab account is now in profit. So let's see where it ends for us. If you don't end it in the end, dears, let's see in the end. All those losses that are now, it was compensated and they brought everyone back and they are leaving here again. This is all talk. We have a lot of hatred for the views of the freedmen, and none of them say, you made a mistake. We are all doing the right thing, because the moment we sat down at the system, we were dealing with that mentality that is in your own mind. And well, we can do a lot of things. We have a lot of closeness. What a great place to be, because if the market is balanced here, you will see this price going back and forth upwards. This price going back and forth causes the bullish scenario to be created, so it takes good trades when the price is moving sharply. The robot does not send any bullish data at all. I just put a filter so that the robot would move if the scenario did not happen and the price was sharp. That's why when you see data showing the price moving upward, it creates good fluctuations, opening trades. From the moment the trade opened, it went into profit. Traders close with profit, so this balance should be in profit. For those who didn't close, the robot exited the trade for you. With profit, it went back into a buy position. You might not be aware, but you should close it because the market is in an upward trend. This structure shows the market's upward trend. You could have exited this trade manually, like my students. Some have experience in the financial market and understand this structure cannot be bearish. The pleasure that came with the profit of 2. You should come back. You won't be able to close the account, because you will realize that the market is Saudi Arabia. This structure showed that the market is reevaluating its Saudi Arabia trend. You could exit this trade manually, like all my students. Some of my students have a background in the financial market. They do exits themselves. Well, they have been working in the market for several years, and they realize that this structure cannot be a decline, for example. That's the problem. And the traders are trying to take a buy position here, but this trade hasn't given a buy signal yet. It has made a simple buy for us. For those who are trading based on the robot, the buy trade has become easier for them. Look, it's now $2 in profit, $3 in profit. Some people say it's hard for us to buy. It's not hard. The scenario has been executed, and there are some filters that have simplified the buy trade for you, dear. The price is moving, and it has generated a profit of $16. If you really don't trust this robot with such transparency, you need to change your mindset a bit, because we've been presenting this transparently for quite some time now. I don't even intervene manually. I let the robot execute trades on its own, and you can see everything. Now the account that now we're observing here, right, it's actually at $39, but so far the robot has worked its way up to $60. If you had been with the robot from the beginning, you would have seen that all your investments have gone into profit. And if you were a user behind the system, you could have made significant profits from the market. This is the same sharp trend that, well, on Tuesday, I was here. And yesterday, the dollar has returned, but the trade has not been closed yet. For people who know at all that this pivot has made a decision on the ship can close the trade. If you look at the way this trade is done, do not close it and do not exit. It gives you many opportunities. It exited at this high level. It was very rude in my opinion. And we have prepared a sell trade for you. Let's see what the sell does. Philanthropy. $3 in the wallet, $4 all in your account, $5 and $7 have been adjusted. Here, Philanthropy's account is shown to you. You have to deposit it. That Mabler is in the wallet. You have to deposit it. You have to deposit it. See how small this profit is? This loss is really so small. We don't discuss risk and reward at all on the robot. I don't want to talk about risk and reward at all. It's not the place here, and it can't be explained or presented. Now you could have made up for the little you did there and finally exited the market. Close to 10, right? Give me 20, right? 20, right? Very much, sir. We have a $50 account. We are making transactions, and 100 is really too much, in my opinion, really too much. Many people who have been active in the financial market for many years, nearly 65 years, really appreciate these pip movements. They earn about 10 pips for themselves, like me. There was a time when I was really looking for 10 pips. This is the end of the market. Now I'll quickly cut to the chase. This trade that Bai had made was all in profit, but the robot itself exited the trade when the markets closed. All these trades that the robot made for you ended up with $5 in profit. Well, it definitely wasn't 5. You saw that 60% of all trades were in profit. You can make 40% or 50% of this with this robot. Manage your own trades and profit from the market. Stay transparent, successful and victorious. Goodbye.